to participate in a 12-step program, you either be sent to jail or lose your job because you had addiction with either alcohol or drugs. These 12-step programs are religiously oriented organization with people who are 10 and unaware of. Many who may know or know someone who has an addiction with drugs and is trying to look for help with either alcohol, drugs such as weed, crack, methamphetamine, decide to go to these 12-step programs, but don't notice that these 12-step programs are highly religious and allowing you to accept and acknowledge the existence of God. In the episode 12 Stepping by Penn and Teller BS, everyone who went through this 12-step recovery program said they had a disease, which is why, because during the 12-step process, they made them feel that their addiction was something that had to do with how they acted and what they were doing. I'm comfortable to talk about this source, the reason why, because I've done a lot of research, watched documentaries and interviews of people who did these 12-step programs. And the average person who has an addiction and try to find help with this, go into a 12-step program trying to find help with their addiction such as drugs, crack, but don't know that these 12-step programs are highly religious. So I'm here to talk to you guys today about these religious practices and what these 12 steps are for and what they do. So first I'll talk about the 12-step program. Second, I'll talk about why court sent you the 12-step program, and then the solution. So now I'm gonna talk about the first step, 12-step program. So a 12-step program is like a religious cult, basically getting all the bad people, telling them that they're the sinners, so that their life is useless, helpless, ashamed of their addiction. So the only way for them to feel better about it is to go to God, turn themselves to God, that God will help them out with their addiction or drugs. So this 12-step program, one step is that your life is unmanageable without God, that you need God for everything to help you with your life, your addiction, help you out. Two, that if you don't go to God, God is not gonna help you. He's gonna let you just constantly go through that addiction and then constantly going until you find help and seek to God. Three, God will banish all your sins, basically helping you with all your sins, your daily sins, so that way you're not stuck to addiction. And then two, I'm going to talk about the U.S. Constitution. 12 Steps program are breaking the U.S. Constitution because they can't ban religion. So basically, U.S. Constitution is saying that we have the rights to believe in a certain type of religion or what religion, either you be Buddhist, Christian, whatever, or atheist, whatever you are, and you can't brand a certain type of religion to that person. So now I'm going to talk about why courts sentence people towards 12 Steps program and why. Well, the reason why people go into 12-step program because they're unaware about different types of options. One, there is like a 12-step program called SOS. SOS is a program where it's like a 12-step program, but instead of based religion, it's more focused on your addiction, such as drugs, methamphetamine. It gets you one-on-one, talk about your addiction and why your addiction. Not like the 12-step program. People who go through it, they go through it, learn the basic stuff, and constantly doing it, and then they say, oh, they want to drink more, they want to do this more, they want to do that. And constantly they won't need help. And courts feel like 12-step programs are effective. Really, they aren't, because they feel like if you go through it, you will get rid of your addiction, drugs, whatever. But basically, it does not work. It just pushes religion on you. Technically, they don't know that until middle through the addiction program. So Kate, a recovery from alcohol, she said that her addiction was a disease, a mental, spiritual, and physical disease, which in any case, it can't be a disease because a disease is something you were born with when you're growing up, such as cancer, leukemia. Well, and everyone who's gone through this program felt that going through this process, they have disease because of their addiction. Gary Buss, and recovered from alcohol and cocaine, said that this was given to him by Bill Smith and God because the way it was created in 1935. From 1935, nothing has changed. 12-step program stayed the same. Nothing's changed. Basically, brand new religion saying that God will help you throughout your steps, and this is how you get rid of your addiction. Dr. Jeffrey Shaler, a psychologist at American University, said that this can't be a disease because disease is something that you're born with, and an addiction is something is a behavior you constantly keep doing no matter what. It's mental and physically. So then if you're willing enough to quit, you'll quit. If you can't, you won't. I mean, now I'll talk about different type of solutions. Different type of solutions such as there's other options compared to 12 steps program. You can go to SOS program. You can quit. Just go into process quitting. 2, you can just do an activity such as basketball, yoga, something to get off of that addiction of that touch, that smoking. You're constantly craving a cigarette. You're always going to touch something or eat something to get that feeling out of your, that feeling away. So basically, just cope with something, get something out of your mind, so you don't constantly do that. And there's Ben Weisner, American Civil Union, said that in the U.S. Constitution, court can mandate religion because it is against the law. 1, 2, that we have the rights to believe in whatever religion we believe in. So now that I talk about different type of resources, now I'm gonna talk about why courts should be banned. The reason why courts should be banned because 5% who join 12-step program quit, and 5% who don't do 12-step program quit. So honestly, it's evenly matched. 5% do it, 5% quit, 5% quit, even if you do quit or not. 93% who join 12-step program within the first 6 months quit because they can't deal with the 12-step religion of God. And people who do go into the 12-step program have to find a certain way to constantly go through it without brand of religion. The reason why, because they are atheists, they don't believe in religion, so they find different ways to cope with it. So now that I talk about different ways of the 12-step program and how it works, I talked about the 12-step program, why courts send you 12-step program, and why the different type of solutions. I hope that when you guys know someone with addiction, you guys can be more aware that 12 steps program Christian religion